Hey guys and gals, this is Nathan. Welcome to another episode of Let's Color Nathan Colors. Let's watch Nathan color. So I decided the name of this series is going to be, or if I'll have one, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm going to post it. But yeah, here we're just coloring 4 pages from template AV after Vega. It's after volume 1 of template that came out from QAM Comics. And these pages are formatted a little bit differently to fit with the Comixology native view, guided native view. Is that the thing? Guided view native? I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head. But so we have this page 3.2 and 4.1 finished. Well, there might be some tweaks I want to make in a little bit. But we still got 4.2 and 5.1 to work on. And just got to finish coloring up Bryce here. So let's grab Bryce's colors here. Yeah, it's on there. And I'm going to keep on with the rim light on him because that's working out pretty nicely so far. So we'll go that. On the edge of his ear a little bit. All right, grab this tone and this tone. And I'm just letting the brush and the Cintiq do the work for me. You know, just if I want lighter tones on it, then I'm just pushing lighter and getting less pressure on the brush. If I want more tone out of it, then I'll go ahead and push harder on it. That and that very highlight color. Oops. Again, just using my bracket keys for the brush size. Open bracket, making it smaller, and close bracket, making it bigger. The brackets are right there next to the letter P on your keyboard. Just in case anybody out there didn't know what the brackets were. No judgment, you know, just you never know. That looks pretty good. Let's get his jacket. And you see I'm not just focusing on one guy at a time or one page at a time. And just kind of working in a factory type of setting, you know, just I'll get this head, you know, why go ahead and color the head, then the jacket, and I have to go back and get the skin tones again. You know, if I have those colors already picked out, I'll just go ahead and keep it going. And do the same thing across pages as well. you know, as long as it's on like the same scene, like these pages are. That's why I'm showing you all 4 at a time. You know, instead of just concentrating on one page, I can concentrate on the 4 of them, and then they're going to be, you know, nice and consistent if I'm working on all 4 at once, as opposed to, you know, coming back, you know, a couple days later to work on another page from that same setting. You know, it might look totally different by the time I got back to it. That's why I like doing that. It's kind of, you know, assembly line style. And then for those who've seen all the rest of the videos in the series, you see me all the time, you know, taking a step back and looking at them as a whole to see how well they go together. You know, if I should make any tweaks to it or whatever. That's something you see a lot of like actual like painters doing. You know, painting on canvas. You got to step back every now and then and judge it from a different perspective. You know, even like digital painting. You know, it's nice to, you know, just flip your canvas. And there goes the AC again. Flip your canvas, you know, 180 degrees, or just, you know, flip it horizontal, or just vertical, or just all the way upside down, just so you could check on the composition, see how things go. You know, kind of look at things from different angles for the colors as well. Looks like this bit is outside the tank. Now that I look at that, so let's change the color of that. Because what's inside the tank is being affected by the fluids, that's why it's that yellowish color. But this bit here doesn't have to play by those same rules. So let's go ahead and add this highlight on top here. Maybe a little bit of rim light on the sides. Just kind of break that up a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Might go a little bit darker on it. Yeah, alright, that looks pretty good. His jacket. Let's add a little bit of my favorite blue to that. And this one anyway, just kind of darken this up a little bit more. There, I think that looks pretty good. And yeah. So we have that guy done. That one's done. That one's done. Let me save these. So yeah, one guy left. Down. Now this one we're not going to have the rim light on. So we just had it like, you know, as he's standing next to the tank or in front of the tank or what have you. So let's get, that's the mid-tone. Oops. And there's a shadow. Sketching in my shadows. Usually that's the way I like to work. You know, start with the mid-tone. Some people have other ways to work. But yeah, I like working from the mid-tone, painting in some shadows, and then the highlights. I just feel like it's a better blend. But, you know, everybody has their own way. Some people are used to, you know, working from darks to light, and other people like working like with markers, you know, or watercolors, working light to dark. So whatever works best for you. You know, I never try and tell anybody this is how you should do something. Everybody has their own way of working. All right. Nicely done. Yeah, never mind me as I compliment myself. That's nice. Let's get that shadow, and then we'll get this darker color here for this darker part. Let's see. Maybe a little bit lighter on that. Give me the contrast I'm looking for. That bit, and let's get a little bit. Is that going to be too much difference? No, that looks pretty decent. Alright, we'll do that. A little warmth. To kind of go with the yellow, the tank, and everything, his skin tone. Let's see what we got. Some line art on there would be nice. And that one too. What I'll also do, I mean, this is going to be on Comixology. Usually I'll go ahead and upload these to my Dropbox and then check them out on my iPad as well. Just to kind of double check the color, see how they're going to read. You know, make sure the settings on my Cintiq are still good. You're not totally wacky as opposed to what's going to be seen like on an iPad or your phone or what have you. Let's see, a couple things. I think these bubbles are a little flat. I'm not going to go in there and color everything, don't worry, not this episode. I'm just going to go in with a soft brush. I'll go with my hybrid brush. That way there it's a little bit more consistent with the look. Oops. I just want to go in a little bit on these. Some more than others, because some of them's going to be pushed back. We're not going to be able to see all the little fine little details of the shapes. But just kind of round them out a little bit more. And a little bit of a highlight in the middle. And you can tell the difference, like these ones to these ones. So that looks good already. Yeah, a lot better. So if you have time, I always recommend going back and looking at stuff, with the fresh eye. Again, if you have the time. I know a lot of times, there's like tons of projects when I was coloring comics full time. I just didn't have any time, coloring a book and a half, maybe 2 books a week. So once you were done with something, you had to hand it off to somebody else. There's like no time to second guess decisions, and it was just get the work done. And fortunately, the only time you can really second guess stuff is when the book was printed, and then you look at it and like, well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But it's what happens. It teaches you, to kind of let go. It's not just your baby anymore. You did your work, and hopefully you did it the best you could, and it's into somebody else's hands. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it didn't. I want to darken this side a little bit more, so it just looks weird. Oops, there's this little part down here now. Now I want to do this part. Oh, goodness. Oops, and my flats, and that's why we have flats layers, people. Save us that time. looks good. I don't want to get into it too much over here though. So otherwise I'll just have to go in and like re-render everything. So I think that looks good. I just want a little bit of definition on that side. It was bugging me a little bit. And this, I know this here was all black. And I lightened it to this, but I think it stands out a bit much. Let's lighten it to one of these colors. See how that looks. There we go, okay. I was like, that's weird, what's going on? Maybe that's a little bit too light. Yeah, I think that looks good. Save that one. Save that. Save that, and save that. Special effects now. I don't want to get too carried away with it, but we can colorize the line art on here. Get to my pencil brush. And again, it's just a clipping mask layer right here. That's just going to clip whatever I color to the line art, because that's the layer that's underneath it. So it's only going to put down color where there's something on that layer underneath it. So it comes in handy for colorizing line art really quick and easy. Two things I'm a big fan of. Darken that a tad. Add a little bit of blue. A lot of blue. Let's try a different take on there. No. You know, I think that looks fine. Then on top, I have a new layer. Let's set this to lighten. And then this orange yellow color we have going on there. Let's get back to my brush and a soft brush. Got a better blue, or actually I do kind of like that better. That's a bit much, actually. I got my soft eraser, just kind of lightly go back into that. And since this is the doorway, I'm going to select that and delete that part of it. Same for down here. So you can put subtle glows on that control panel. And it's not much, but it adds a little something. And do I want, let me see, I'm trying to decide if I want a little something on his eye. Just a little something like that, a little subtle. So it's too much black, and I don't want like to get this ring around it. So yeah, we couldn't find anything that I liked, so we'll just leave it off. That's fine. But yeah, that's gonna be it for that. We're done. I need to send these pages off to Quentin. I'm trying to get these done for a bit now. Oops. And the AC started. Alright, so there we have it. Some pages in sequence. So hopefully that helped you guys out, a little better understanding how I attack sequential pages. Let me know if you guys like this setup or not. I have like a lot of fun doing it, and plus, like I said last episode, I actually get some work done instead of having to try and find pinups or other stuff for you guys to watch me color. Kind of like the sequential stuff. It's a bit more of a challenge, and that type of stuff I have more fun doing. Yes, if you like what you see, hit that like button. Let me know that you liked it, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I try and do new videos as often as I can. Used to be at least once a week. I'm not sure when these will go up or what the new schedule is going to look like, but again, definitely as often as I can. I'm hoping to do once a week. It might come down to once every other week. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I guess you guys will find that out when the videos are posting up. So thanks a lot for watching. If you want to see more of my color work, you can check out my DeviantArt page. It's lummage.deviantart.com, and my Facebook fan page. I try and post articles about color and answer questions and stuff like that on there as well. And that's facebook.com/lummage1. That's the number 1. And I'll put those links in the description as always. And I'm not sure when this book, Template AV, will be published through Comixology. Just stay tuned to any of my outlets, or check out QAM Comics, and it's QAMcomics.com. I'll have to double check that. I'm sure that's correct, but I'll put their link in the description as well. You can stay posted on this stuff, and I believe that's it. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks a lot for watching. All right, bye.